Welcome to Modular Hippo and episode 8 of the Kiribati 36 boat wiring playlist. If you're new to the channel, this is where I document all the different components and cables and fuses that I will be using on a 36-foot aluminium boat that I'm building. So in this episode I will be looking at putting together the Coltri compressor that I will be using on the boat and filling my first tank, as well as unpacking the EV 314 amp batteries that have arrived finally after 6 months wait. So let's take a look. I thought I'd double check just in case, and they tricked me, or the label tricked me. There's actually a filter in here already, so I assume it's a brand new filter as it's a factory refurb. So I think we are good to go after we put a little bit of oil in. So I need to top up some oil, and it tells me I need 60 centiliters, 0.6 liters of this compressor oil. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to do 2 lots of 300 ml. So let's see how that goes. We now have oil, compressor oil in. I can push forward. I have a little 5-liter Faber bottle that I've used for a kind of a micro diving kit setup, and I have found an old adapter, so I can go from the Italian plug to a UK plug. So we're going to plug that in, and then I think all we need to do is connect this one to the tank. Then this is my dive buddy. She's going to help me to fill the tank. She's certified, so there'll be no problem. So this is what I think should happen. I make sure that this main valve is closed, which is it. I will connect this to the tank. I will start the compressor, and when this pressure gauge hits 100 bar, I will then open the tank so that it can start to fill up, and at 232 bars it should automatically stop, and I can then disconnect everything by releasing the pressure from this valve. So I guess let's give it a go. Interesting, I pressed the power button and absolutely nothing happened. So I assume that potentially there's something with this adapter plug, or I need to have a look. There's a 1 amp fuse in here, but I've taken it out and it seems to be fine. So I'm going to assume it's not this one. Let's see if we have any electricity up to this point. So we know that we have electricity all the way up here. So it is going to be this adapter, or there's something with the actual compressor. As I will have to replace this one sooner or later because it's Italian, I might as well put this old UK plug on now to see if that is the issue. Okay, so moment of truth. We have a UK plug, and let's see what happens if we plug that in. I probably voided any warranty now by changing the plug myself. The previous plug was nicely insulated and waterproof, and this is not, but that's something we can fix ahead. So let's see what happens. Nope, still nothing. It's doing something. It feels like the motor is kind of locked in somehow, so let's have a look. I have spoken to after sales support and they have suggested that I try to move this yellow fan, and if I can move it, it will be an electrical issue. If I can't move it, it will be a motor issue where the motor might have ceased. So we'll give that a go. I'm gonna take this cover off quickly just to be able to get to the fan easily. Not sure if you can see that Allen key down there. I'm not going to go after that one, so I managed to get my hand in through here and I can move the yellow fan. I can push that forward and I can feel that the piston is moving, so I don't think there's any problem with the actual mechanics on that side. So it seems like it's a motor issue, and yeah, I'll feed that back to the support. Been poking around a bit and noticed that the fuse that was in this plug that I took was actually only a 3 amp fuse. So I think this is a 2.5 kilowatt electric motor, 230 volts, that's roughly 10 amp minimum. So I have a new fuse here which is 13 amp. So it depends on what the surge is when you start it up. There's always a bit of a spike, so 13 amp might not be adequate either, but we'll give it a go. So if this works now, I want to build up 100 bars here, and when I have 100 bars I want to open the tank and then it should fill until it auto stops. So let's give it a go. .233, that was good. The reason I had put my hand on it is I removed all these bolts so that I could get to the fan before. I never put them back and that's why it was rattling. So I need to put that together. So now we should be able to just close the tank and get rid of any excess pressure in the system. And we have 232 bars ready for diving. Woo! I can't wait. There's loads of rivers around here, some quarries and loads of stuff that people throw away and think no one's going to find them ever again. But I'll find it. So yeah, cool. You can never guess what have just arrived. My 16 EVE 314 amp Life PO4 prismatic cells. I put an order in for these in the end of February, but due to my payment bouncing, the beneficiary's name wasn't exactly as on my payment. It went back and forward, and they only actually arrived today. What is it today? The 5th of July or something? So it took a while. So this is the first batch of 16 prismatic cells, and I will have to order another batch of another 16. I wanted to check these first, make sure that the quality was good before I invested in the second load. So let's get these up to the workshop and we can unpack and see what's inside. So they don't look heavy, but it's a little bit of 100 kilos for all these 6 boxes together. They're 5.5 kilos each, and there's 16 of them. So let's open the first box and see what we have inside. If you are new to this channel, then these are the batteries that I will be using on the boat as my primary battery packs. So I have 2 Seplos Mason boxes, and each of them have 16 of these prism batteries, which comes up to around 32 kilowatts of energy. I will put them in aluminium boxes under the floor level to make sure that they're out of sight, and that is something I will also build going forward. It's quite a nice little feature. It's a hard piece of plastic that kind of protects the batteries from impact during shipment. So there they are. Didn't realize that they were this big. They're actually bigger than I thought they would be. I've only seen them on pictures before. So that is very exciting. So 16 of these to go into the first Seplos box. That's something I should hopefully be able to do during my next episode. So I think this is a good place to stop. We have the batteries, we have filled the tank, and yeah, I'm happy with that. Thank you for watching this episode 8. In the next episode, I hope to be able to put these prism batteries into the actual Seplos box, so we can start using that, as well as potentially connect the generators that we've seen in the previous episodes in parallel, so I can use the Chargeverter to actually charge the battery box itself. So let's take a look. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, and if you're interested in boat building, there's a playlist for that, as well as a playlist for the actual electrical motor build that I'm building in parallel as well. So see you next time. Thank you.